Hey everyone, welcome to another Transformers review. This is the Magic Square MS-B14 and B15 Beat Back and Collide. The first two of their Stunticons. Yes, there you see there's a white Lamborghini and a black Ferrari, sort of. And we'll put on the side because we're going to look at this box real quick. I've never had Magic Square before. This is new for me. But yeah, you can see a very G1-esque box. You got the purple kind of fading to yellow, and you got them kind of looking all mean and evil. And there you got Magic Square toys right there and on the sticker. Ages 16 plus, and this little Magic Square Brobdingnag. Okay, I don't know what that means. But yeah, that kid from that one episode of the cartoon. And you got the Magic Square up here, on top with the logos, and you got over here, you got, hey look, a little tech spec for Collide there, and on this side you got a tech spec for Beatback, and on the bottom you have Made in China and warnings and all that stuff. On the back you have silhouettes of, oh look, all these other guys. I wonder who does those all that par. Yeah, actually nice little picture. Yeah. Inside the box with the pictures. Inside the box with the figures, you have the instructions, which aren't bad, all things considered. I'm not sure about the order they use for some of the stuff, but it's not bad. Or kind of some of it doesn't explain. I don't feel like explains things that well, but it's good enough. And each side is one character. So there you go. And also you have cards, little cards actually. They're pretty small compared to the usual Masterpiece ones. I've never had Magic Square before, so I don't know anything about these guys, not too much about these guys. But yeah, very solid cards, plastic, credit card quality, I think. Yeah, and again, hex specs and whatnot on the back as well. So those are nice. Anyway. Oh yeah, and beyond these guys, there's also the pre-order bonuses, for me anyway. / first run, it's kind of not clear. But yeah, you got these little thighs. These are from Menosaur. These are replacement thighs to make him more toy-like rather than cartoon-like. These and toes. You get 2 sets of toes. They tab together over, guessing they tab together over something, and it's weird because they don't, if you look, they're different in the sense that, they're keyed differently so that you can't just mix and match them. You have to make sure they match the right one with the right one, Because these two, one has a tab, one does a slot on that one, and it's the on this one, so it's it's kind of weird. It's just weird in general, and it's huh. But what annoys me is because when they announced this stuff, they said they're going to have the parts for the toys type look, which is good because that's the reason I want to jump in on these guys. And they announced, oh, actually those are going to be pre-order bonuses. So it's what the heck? And they kind of overhauled things. Plus, it's been multiple years since they first announced it. Now, New Age announced one, so who knows how that's going to work out. Yeah, here they are, Breakback and Collide, aka Breakdown and Wildrider. Yeah, you can see there he is a white Lamborghini and a gray Ferrari, although this is incorrect. This is closer to correct, to being correct to an actual Lamborghini Countach, although this is incorrect in that this is an angled, way too swept back. It's supposed to be a little more bulbous, a little rounded, and it doesn't sweep back so hard, but that's what they did. But realism aside, actually not too bad of a looking car. It's got, this one's gray, red, red striping, red windows, little tail lights picked out. I guess those could be reverse lights, although I don't think they're any little exhaust pipes too. Little bits of orange picked out here. You got the flip up headlights, although they're not really flip up, and silver painted rims, and he rolls okay. Somewhat, although some of the wheels, like this one in particular, have a lot of friction. There's a lot of friction on some of the wheels, so this one just kind of drags, but the rest roll. Well, the rear ones roll real well. There's the front ones that have a bit of friction, which is annoying. Here, you can see it's white, blue detailing, the red hood, black windows, red tail lights, no front lights picked out, silver rims, nice little spoiler. Although you can see the blue from the car, the robot, it kind of bleeds through the white because I believe this is blue plastic painted white, which is an odd decision to make. Also the black venting detail, but he rolls a lot better than Wildrider. Yeah, you see that it rolls a little bit better than that. So these guys, yeah, they're not too bad in they're not too bad, but there's apparently New Age has a reputation for doing better vehicle modes than these guys, so there's that. Apparently they also mix some nylon and ABS plastic, which some people upset because most of the time they're nylon, so they're usually a little stronger. But yeah, I don't mind them. They don't feel too bad. I don't know. They're not too bad, but they're definitely different than a lot of the other figures I have, for sure. So yeah, I don't mind them. I don't mind how they look. It's a little, you know, off, but they're not too bad. They're, you know, that sort of thing. This is almost just like, you know, Kara, 10-year-old to draw type thing. So I'll go ahead and get, and I don't have nothing to compare them to really. I don't have a lot of, I don't have any other Magic Square guys. I do have some Legends guys, but like, they're different scales because all the Legends guys are doing different scales now. So yeah, go ahead and just transform this guy into robot mode, which can be a little tricky. First thing you actually want to do is kind of crack these guys in half. When this is when you kind of just want to split apart right here. There's a hinge inside the middle. You just kind of want to extend that out a bit so the legs can clear the hands. Then you can go ahead and take this the sides of the car. You want to pull those out to the side like that, and then rotate that around like so. Pull it to the side, and then rotate that around. Then over here, you want to take the roof here and bring them down. They'll become the feet. You untab the legs from each other and slide them down like that. And then the sides of the car will tab in a bit of an angle to the side of the leg like that. Just tab in like so. You can go ahead and stand them up. And then up top here, what you want to do is you want to take the hood and open and move it up and put it on the back, and it's going to make a nice little cracking noise. Because this tab, I think, is a little too big. Yeah, you bring it down and, you know, bring it down like that. That's another complaint I almost forgot about, which is apparently for a lot of people, these screws are a little too big. So what's happening is the plastic stress, and I'm not sure how well you can see that, but I might be able, yeah, you might be able to see these. Really, yeah, there is some stress plastic in mine. So just an FYI, if you get that, it doesn't seem to affect anything, and you're not really gonna do anything that's gonna cause that to get worse, but just something to be aware of. Anyway, bring that down. And on the roof here, you want to bring this down. It's tabbed in, so you want to take the roof and untab it like that and bring it down. And as you bring it down, you can go ahead and take the arms, move them out like this. That lets you bring this even further down, so you have easy access to the head, which you can bring up and bring the arms down like that. Bring the head all the way up. And then right here, this hinge, you want to bring it up right here. This will become the shoulders and I guess the whatnot for the robot. And then they also have new places for this to tab in, so then you just go ahead and tab this in the back. Tab this in. Trying to line up so it all tabs in. It's not tabbing in. Why is it not tabbing in? Yeah. There we go. There we go. Tabs in. Bring the arms down. You then compress the waist back in and extend the arms so just a little bit. And there you go. There's beat back. Now, collide here, would you just kind of splitting the car in half like that. Just split it like a cookie, like a fortune cookie, I guess. And you, once again, it's very similar transformation. You just kind of pull this out, rotate this down, pulls out, rotate this down. Yeah, there's a good chance that the legs will also split in the process. Take these and fold this down. And then this one, this is new. This is different, which is you take the toe and unfold it like that. Bring this down, take the toe. There's a little notch here which gets your fingernail on, which you can then unfold that. Then of course bring this, slide this down, slide the shin down, tab it in. Tabs in real nice and secure out there. Tab it on this side too, like so. And you can, up here, once again, take the hood, untab it, bring it back like that. And of course, you can then untab the roof, which on this one is tabbed in real secure. And if you want to give yourself a little more room, you can also bend this forward a little bit and then, you know, take the arms out like so. This gives you more room, which this is another thing which is upset some people, annoying some people, which is this head is a little difficult to get out actually. I can kind of get hook my fingernail underneath his little antenna thing. But yeah, best bet often is to just get a little spudger and just poke it out. And then take the arms, bring them out to the side like that. Bring the head all the way up. At this hinge, bend it right there so, you know, forms the shoulders. Bring this up and tab this in the back of the shoulders. Make sure this back down. Bring the arms down, spin them around at the waist, 180. Make sure to collapse the waist back up in. And of course, extend the arms a little bit. And there you go. There's Collide. in his robot mode. So I like that transformation. It's actually, you know, it's a pretty nice little transformation. They're making me pretty much the same for both of them, but you know, it's a fairly simple transformation. The only thing is, yeah, some of the tolerance is a little weird. Like I don't like how this snaps. Getting the roof to untab from the car mode can be a bit annoying. It's a lot easier when they're in robot mode to untab it, but when it's in car mode, it's really difficult sometimes to untab it so that actually, you know, cooperates and whatnot. So that's a bit of an annoyance. Yeah, but again, they look really good. You know, very G1-esque. That's the thing about the Stunticons. It's always weird for me. I like their cartoon individual robot appearances, but Menasor, I always think looks terrible in the cartoon. I've said this before, but I'm not sure if I said it on video, but I think cartoon Menasor looks genuinely awful, and I much prefer the toy version. So, like, all the Masterpiece guys are like, you know, all tune. I'm like, bleh. I'm not spending $600 on something I hate. But these guys, because of the whole, hey, we're going to also offer toy versions. I know some of the big guys do too, but again, $600. And always the toy version seems kind of an afterthought for a lot of those guys. This one seems seemingly increasing like that, but now I'm already in, so too late. But yeah, I like how they look in the cartoon individually. Like, you know, I like this blue, you know, blue and white here. I like this little ridging, you know, his angry red face. You can see that. You know, both of them have angry red faces. I mean, both of them do. See the yellow eyes and everything. And he's got the white and gray, and he's got a little bit of blue there on the chest and more gray. So they're kind of that weird thing. Like they're kind of simple, but in a way that works really well, I feel. Yeah, the way that I feel works. But yeah, you know, they clean up pretty well. The backpacks are, you know, not too bad. You know, I think the transformation is, again, clever, but yeah, sometimes a little frustrating. Also, the weird thing here is he has a tendency for his legs to kind of bow in a weird way, like he's been riding a horse a little too long. I'm not sure if that's just mine or if that's a common issue. Speaking of common issues, another one is his arm, particularly the right arm. For a lot of people, this right arm just does not want to move. It's like it will not rotate whatsoever. Mine does now because I put a little bit of shock oil in there. Now it moves just fine. It's a little stiff, but it does move. This one on mine, I've noticed the problem is I know exactly what the problem is here. There's a bit of excess plastic on the mushroom cap there, so it's a little can be a little annoying. But I put a little bit of shock oil in there too. It's fine. So yeah, I like how they look. And here they also have guns. You know, have little tiny weird pegs that, you know, go in their hands pretty easily. Just slots in, or pegs in, I guess. Just peg in. They're decent guns. You know, they're kind of, I guess, pretty close to the cartoon. Yeah, they're pretty decent. You know, so there's that. The only thing is they can behind their articulation a little bit because of the size and shape and how weird the elbows are. That's one thing, is I feel like almost like the elbows should extend more, but they don't. But it's weird. The thing is, like, for the sake of articulation, I feel like they should extend more, but for the sake of aesthetics, they're pretty much the right height. So it's the length, I should say, but it's weird. But no, I just like these guys quite a bit. I know some people have some mixed feelings about them, but yeah, I'm rather liking them. It's a good, I guess, first exposure to Magic Square for me. Articulation, they're technically, the heads are on ball joints, but the ball joints are really deep in the chest because of how it transforms. So essentially it functions as a swivel because it does have a little bit of wiggling, but nothing really useful. So it's pretty much just functions as a swivel. Shoulders can go all the way around like so, and they go outward that far. You got, of course, the bicep swivels, and both of them have the bicep swivels. Elbows can bend, but they're kind of, you know, rub against the top of the. There's a little bit of contact here, so they do have 90 degrees, but there is contact. The wrists do swivel. See that? They do swivel, but make sure they're like this. You know, like this for the car modes. The waist, you can see, can swivel. Pretty much, they also both have pretty much identical articulation too, by the way, so I'm not going to go over for both of them. Yeah, so the waist can swivel. And the other thing is the waist, because of how the hinges, there's a hinge in here, which you can extend, which then gives you, well, ab crunch and whatnot. And also you can let you do this, you know, you can crunch it while also swiveling it. And yeah, it can give you a lot of yeah, it's an interesting ab crunch, but it works really well. So, you know, that's a really good thing. It's nice to see an ab crunch at this size. Hips though, get that forward, that far, about that back that far, outward, about that far because of sculpting, so you get that much. There is a thigh swivel. His is tighter. It's like the thigh swivel. Knee is about 90 degrees. And then feet, you got forward and back, mostly forward, a little bit of back. A lot of tilt. Lots of tilt. Lots and lots and lots of tilt. More tilt than you need. And his only thing is, the only real difference is his toes can move down because of the transformation. Yeah, and but then forward is limited. He's got a lot more back, which also breaks the sculpt. But he still has he actually has more ankle too. A ridiculous amount of ankle tilt. That's what I say. Yeah, it's pretty much the same story in every single way. Yeah, so you get a lot of it's really good. The only thing is his elbows do not quite really rub against the top of the shoulder, I guess. Don't really rub against or anything. So there you go. Are they worth it? They're actually fairly cheap for third-party Legends class figures. They're what, $50? I think for mine. Yeah, it's like something like $50 for the set of 2. They're coming in a 2-pack only. Motormaster, that's the thing. If you're going in for the Stunticons, be aware that Motormaster is $150, $160. But he's a full size, trailer, all the, I guess, skeleton for Menasor. And I think, well, if you pre-order it, you get all the extra bonus parts so you can look more like the toy. The drag strip, I don't remember what they call them. Their drag strip and dead end guys, I think, are supposed to become in a 2-pack. Although it's like, for example, Chosen Prime still hasn't listed them as a 2-pack. They're still individual. So that's something to be aware of. I like these guys. For me, I've never had experienced Magic Square before. I've kind of always been tempted. Like, I was tempted to get their little Legends Nemesis Prime, but I never did. And now he's sold out. Surprise. But I like these guys. It's a good first impression. Apparently, some people are disappointed with them, but I'm overall like them. They have a few little issues you might have to fix, like his Collide's right bicep. You might have to fix that. And there's the weird thing with the Beatback's hood makes a scary clicking noise when you transform it. But overall, they feel solid. I'm not worried about them breaking anytime soon, and I genuinely like how these guys look. So I think it's one of the things that even if you just want these guys or something, not the whole team, it's still worth it. They're fairly cheap for Legends, and I just rather like them, and they look real nice, and they have a lot of articulation, so they're good for a good choice for a Legends shelf of any sort, even by themselves, and they'll probably look real good with as Menasor. I'm going to have to put them against my Iron Factory War Giant, because that's my other Legends class combiner I have. Yeah, I think they're good. I think they're worth picking up if you're into the Stunticons and you just want Legends ones. Although New Age did announce theirs, so I don't know, you might want to hold off. I'm not sure. Depends on, or you might just double dip. Who knows? Third party can be weird because these guys might sell out, and then you'll be like, well, that's it. Too bad. So yeah, I think that's my overall thoughts. A good solid start to a hopefully promising Menasor, Legends class Menasor. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Patreon and Coffee. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and you see pictures and stuff as I post them there. I'll be posting pictures of these guys and other figures soon-ish, hopefully, if they haven't already popped up by the time you see this video. And I'll see you next time with another video review.